Hey y'all, Jay here with my friend Rodney the Rocket Morris. Uh, Rodney has got a really interesting project that he's working on. It's going to be big. You'll want to see part of it, and we're going to give you a preview today. And in fact, he's going to beat up on me a little on the table after he explains the game too.
That's right. I'm going to teach you the game and then bet you at it.
Well, it's a good thing I don't gamble.
Perfect.
So you want to tell them what you got going on?
Shoot, I got a lot of projects, but this one here I'm going to show Rocket Runout. It's my all offense game that I created. So some people might be familiar with the hybrid of 8-ball and 9-ball called Saratoga that we've created back in 2009. And a lot of the top players love it. A lot of your favorites have been there. Shane, Mika, Johnny Archer, Corey Deuel, lots of pros, that've been there. And they love the game, Shane really loves the game, and Corey. So Saratoga it's just hybrid of 8-ball and 9-ball where you shoot your suit, but you run them in order. So we've been playing that for well over 10 years, and in Wyoming. And I came up with my own version of that game, but all offense. So if you're familiar with running out the game of 8-ball in order, then you're going to be able to pick up this game real easy. And what I'm going to demonstrate now with Jay is the 11. It's called Pro 11. It's the 11-ball version of that game, and it's really tough. So don't expect us to score real high right now because we're explaining it, and it's his first time playing it. But we also have amateur versions of this game, 9-ball version of it, and then you can change the rules a bit, with the scoring and make it easier for the amateurs and the novice. But this game right here, what you're going to see is the absolute highest level, and this is what we're creating the Pro Tour with. So and I'm launching the Masters Cup next year with this game, and everybody's going to be showcasing that.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the Masters Cup?
So the Masters Cup is what we created, is all offense. First off, everybody has to understand that, and we all know it. We talked about it a little bit, that the culture of our game has to change. We have to create its own culture, right? So we've been given a bad rap for way too many decades, and not everybody is a hustler. Not everybody is out to break somebody's finger or cheat them out of $10. It's not what 99% of us people in pool are about, and it's just been glamorized on that side of it for so much with the movies and whatnot. So, but in order to change a culture, in order to create a whole new culture, you have to start fresh, right? Clean slate. So somebody invented straight pool, somebody invented one pocket, somebody invented 9-ball, 8-ball, whatever. Somebody invented those games. So why can't somebody invent something else that takes it to the next level? So that's what we hope and pray, and we're pretty sure we did, is create this game that has accurate statistics, and you're going to be able to see a scoreboard. You're going to be able to know exactly what the player has to do. There's not going to be guesswork, and it's going to be exciting because we took out all the defense. We took out so for the average person that's watching, all they're going to see is great shots, and they're going to know exactly what that player scored. Just like when you're watching somebody golf, or on the golf course, this guy's trying to make an eagle, he's trying to make a hole-in-one, he's trying to make a birdie, and he messed up, he got a bogey, whatever it is. So you're going to know that. And so the Masters Cup series we're launching with 8 players, 8 great players, and we're going to play over 12 weeks. And it's going to be, everybody plays one round, which is going to be about 15 games, 15 racks, and everybody plays one round a day, so 4 rounds a day, and 2 players are going to play on one table, alternate. and there might be a little bonus in there, whoever finished with the high score in that round. But for the most part, everybody is just playing over 4 days, and the highest 4-day total wins that week, that leg. And then we play over 12 weeks, and then the winner of that is going to be the Masters Cup champion. So that's and you're going to have all these stats, all this data, and people are going to be able to bet on it. Fantasy, we got fantasy sports coming. We're going to have real money wagering. There's all kinds of cool stuff that we're creating, and we're also going to be creating a pro tour and then an amateur tour. So in the past, what people have done, everybody has started with a grassroots campaign. And they build some traction, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, this guy's doing great things in North Carolina. Then you go, well, this guy's doing great things in California. These guys are doing great things in West Virginia. And they're still doing great things. You get pockets of people that are doing amazing stuff, and I've spoken with a lot of them. And nobody has created a reason for everybody to come together. So it's like, well, why do I'm doing great here. I don't need to be part of nothing. But nobody's figured out how to get everybody together for the collective of the actual sport itself, to grow the game right together. So that's what we created. We created a reason. We're creating the top. We're starting the Masters Cup. Think of FedEx Cup, NASCAR. It's going to be the playoffs. So when the playoffs comes, that's what's gonna catapult that Masters Cup series, is the 12 weeks. But it's going to be over, when we have the tour, it's going to be over the top 8 guys over that whole course of the year are going to earn their way to the Masters Cup. But what we did was we started from the top, and we're creating the reason for everybody to want to be a part of us. So, and everybody that I've spoken with, it doesn't matter who it is, I just met them, I'm in the pool room or wherever I'm at, I told them, I said, so what do you think? He says, how can we be involved? That's all they say. So I know, that's great indicators that you're onto something.
That's the first thing I said too.
Yeah.
That's literally the first thing I said.
Yeah.
So do you want to explain just the rules of the game on the table, and any equipment rules?
Yeah, you can play. So we've played, this game came to the forefront, and we kind of rushed it in 2020. When nobody was playing any pool and nothing was open. Right. We were playing the 9-ball versions of this virtually. So we're doing a lot of Rocket Runout. That's the offense version. It's called Rocket Runout, and we were playing this in 2020 we did this for about almost a year, and we were doing tournaments like $50 entry fee and $2,500 added, $5,000 added, and people were just filming from their home. They just had to have whatever table. If it was 7-foot tables, that tournament was on a 7-foot table, and people would live stream it, and then you can verify and watch it and see, and everybody that played it absolutely loved it. So it was really, really, really neat, and that was our beta. That was our beta testing of the game and stuff like that. So
you want to talk about the rules?
Sure. Yeah, the rules. The rules are so this 11-ball version, it's 1 through 5 solids and 1 through 5 stripes. And if you look at the difference, when you get a rocket set of balls, you're going to notice that the stripes are numbered the same as the solids because they're worth the same 10 points each. So, and then you're going to notice the black ball doesn't have a number on it. So this is our set. Do you want to bring the top part of it? Yeah. Yeah. So this is our set, and it's a rocket. We've been selling these for this last round. We did 100 sets from another manufacturer from Cyberts. But so this is it right here. If you see my little ugly face over here on the top here.
So the Mosconi Cup?
That was Mosconi Cup actually. Yeah, but you notice how I got Andy cloth here, and then I got But so this is the set. Comes with 15 balls, and you notice the 6s and 7s are numbered the same, 6 and 7 stripes. So you can still play traditional games with it. It's just this is the set for the Saratoga, and then especially for the points games that we have. So that's the set of balls, and the reason why the black ball is not numbered is because depending on what you do in the rack, is the black ball could be worth different value, and I'll explain. So we have 11 balls here, and I'll show you how to rack them real quick.
Sorry, dropping balls everywhere.
And now you know why we can't have nice things here.
Well, now you know why we want to be able to go back and.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. It's fine. It's all good. So this is the rack, and so if you notice the yellow balls, the ones are straight up in line with the black ball. That's all, and then those are interchangeable, so you you can put the stripe one on the top and the solid one on the bottom. And then you just have to have one stripe and one solid on the corner, and then that's a legal rack, and then the black ball's always in the middle. So the way you play the game is you break the balls open. You got to make a honest attempt to hit them hard, and we all know what an honest attempt to hit them hard is, but some of us can't hit them real hard. But so you make an honest attempt to hit them hard at all times, and then you're going to get random layouts. And then these are the different scoring. So if you notice here, we got a break and run, which is 200 points. So a break and run means I broke, I made a ball on the break. You have to make a ball on the break, any ball, to get a chance at a break and run. So, and then you run out wherever the balls lay. Wherever the balls lay, you shoot from there, and it's open after the break. So you can choose solids or stripes, but you have to shoot the lowest solid or stripe, and then you run out and stay with that suit. So you can make 2 stripes on the break, but you don't have a shot on the lowest stripe. You have a clear shot on the lowest solid, and then you go for the solids, and then you run out and you make all the solids, and then you shoot the black. Well, in that situation, you get a 200. So even if the black ball, the balls are worth 10 points per ball, you run out the 5 solids and then the black. So technically, that black ball is worth 150 at that point, right? So that'll be 200 points, and you don't get extra points if you made the other suit or nothing like that. And you don't have to run the opposite suit out. You just clear your suit, and that's 200. The next highest you can get is if, well, we're calling it a dry break and run right now, and what the dry break and run is, just like it says, you come up dry on the break. You don't make a ball on the break, and you do the exact same thing. Either suit, run out, make the black ball last. And then that's 150. So 200, 150. The next highest is, let's say you broke. This is called a ball in hand run. So if you do not like either of the shots after your break, like they're too tough. Because remember now, when you miss, you're done. In this version, you miss, you're done. So you can get 0. So if you don't like the shot and not 100% sure, or 80% sure, you can take ball in hand after the break, and then run out. And if you do, once you take that ball in hand, you're only able to get 100 now from there with the ball in hand run. So there's going to be some decisions that you're going to have to make if you're down big, and what it allows for a big comeback, because a guy could be playing, get a big 300-point lead, and then he thinks he could just take, ball in hands, and start making 100, and then you get 2 breaking runs, and all of a sudden you got 400 right back. It's like, whoa, so it's happened many times. We've seen it. Guys can come back, and everybody loves that underdog story, right? So that is ball in hand run is 100, and then a salvage in the Pro 11 version. A salvage is if you scratch on the break. Before we had it, a couple years ago, we had it where you just get 0, and we're like, well, that's a lot of penalty, for a scratch on the break, because you could get kissed in, anything goofy can happen, and that might not be your fault. So we said, how can we make it where it's not as much of a penalty? We said, okay, well, they can take ball in hand, obviously, because you scratch on the break or fouled or whatever, but you only get 10 points per ball, and you can choose whatever suit, and you run out, you can get up to 60. So you make all the solids or all the stripes and the black ball, you get 60. So in that case, the black will be worth 10 also. And so that's a salvage run. And then the last one is if an incomplete run. If at any time you miss exactly. If at any time you miss through the rack, then you get 0, or 0 through 50. So you can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls. You can get up to 50, and then miss the black. Then that's an incomplete run, and then you get 10 points per ball. So that's the scoring. That's how the scoring works. And then as far as the actual play in the game, like we said, if you make the 8 on the break, the black ball on the break, then you have an option to shoot from there, spot it, and shoot from there, and it's just like a pocketed ball, or re-rack, and that's the only option. And then also if you have let's say I have a clear shot on the striped 1 ball, but it's right in front of that ball hanging in the pocket is a solid 4 ball. Well, I could shoot the striped 1 ball because it's open into the solid 4 ball, but now my next shot has to be on the solids, the lowest solid. So it's like 8 ball in that regard, where you make the first, once you determine suit, you have to stay on that suit that you made. So, and then once you're running out, you can, in order to continue shooting, you can only shoot the same suit into that suit and continue. And you have to always contact the lowest numbered ball of that suit. So it's pretty easy. You know, the people that play 9-ball and 8-ball will get it real easy. It's just the scoring you get used to a little bit. That's all. So we're gonna play. Jay and I are gonna play like 5 racks each. We're gonna alternate racks, and then we'll kind of talk you guys through it or whatever. So yeah, let's you'll see it played, and you kind of figure it out. It's real quick, and there's no safeties, there's no nothing. So it's all about whatever he can score. So right now the max that we can score is 1,000 points each. So that's, you know, a perfect. If we both made a ball and ran out every time, we would get 1,000. So anything less than that, you know, we're dogging it.
So I'll let you go first and
Okay.
show how it's done, and
Perfect.
I'll rack them up for you.
Okay,
So you rack for your opponent, right?
Well, when we
rack
play, it's going to be referees racking and all that. It's going to be on TV, and you know, it's going to be a real big production, high quality production. But
So when these guys are playing, should they be?
when you guys are playing,
it?
rack your own.
Okay.
Yeah, I would recommend rack your own. Yeah. Because everything is to do with you in that game, not your opponent.
Right.
Yeah. So just. Yeah.
I'm not gonna make anything in the side like that.
Oh,
Where am I?
did.
Or am I?
Okay, now this is the part where you probably, you know, so
Probably need to take ball in hand.
yeah,
here.
because if you miss, you're going to end up with 10 points. You understand?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you can
yeah.
get 100 if you run out with ball in hand. So this is the part where the shot's too tough to take. You know, like
Right. So this. Gotcha. So I'll take ball in hand there.
How good you hit it? How good?
That kind of sucks. How bad is that? It's actually not too bad. That route's not too bad.
Oh, look at this shot. You just hit. Just hard enough to get past all the balls. I love it. Nice shot.
So I have to call pocket?
Everything is called pocket, so you're gonna.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
yeah, it's, you know, if it goes in
Now,
the pocket from
now I
there,
made this.
that's it. You're done.
I'm
You
done.
get-
I don't
that's
have
it.
to.
No,
I don't have to go to the
no,
second set
you're
and finish
dead.
that off.
Nope, that's it. And then you get 100. Yeah, that's it, man. So now it's my turn to keep up with you. You know, I'm gonna be playing a rack and go. You know, so you would put 100. Now go now rack for your opponent now and break. This is your opponent's turn now. So now let's say you're coming up now. You just came up, right? You shot 100. Now you're your opponent. Now let's see. Now this is where the part will come. Imagine, right? You played 10 racks. You played a whole round, right? And you played 10 racks, and you know, it's your rack. You're 100 points behind, right?
Right.
And then now you're gonna this and this has to be straight up and down. But you can
Oh, okay.
they alternate. You can alternate them. And then
I was just
and there's
trying
always
to
has to
bring
be
it in.
there's always has to be a stripe and a solid on either end.
Okay.
And then you can alternate the yellows and the black in the middle. That's it.
Okay.
Everything else just. Imagine this now. Now imagine we got a scoreboard going.
Yeah.
And everybody's following your score, and they know what you need. They know now. Okay, he's up to shoot. This is the last rack of the thing. He's down 100 points. You know, if you scratch on a break, you scratch on a break, you're done. Right? So let's say, hey,
Yeah.
you know, you scratch on a break, you're done. So you have to not scratch on a break. Everybody knows that, right? Well, we'll play. I wanted you to play a rack, and then you want to start. We'll start after this.
Okay.
I want you to play one more rack. So I'm going to put you in this. I'm going to put you in the environment of. I'm going to put you in the environment of.
Gotcha.
You know, this is the last rack. You're down 100 points. So you know you need, in order to win, you need a break and run, or you need a ball in hand break. I mean, drive break and run. Yeah, ball in hand ain't gonna get you the win. They'll tie.
What happens in the tie?
I don't know. We haven't, you know, we obviously brand new, so nobody's tied yet. So we don't know. Maybe you have a one rack. You know, you just keep going one rack each until somebody breaks it, right? You know. There you go.
What about black on the break?
Okay. Okay, here we go. So now you have the choice. Now you can look at, see, perfect example. Perfect example. You're in a spot, right? You can go for the win and try to do something goofy here with this ball, or you can take ball in hand and try to, now see the person that has, now this is what I wanted to find out. You know when they play alternate break or winner's break, and then they go, years ago the question used to always come out, let's say it's the score is 10-9, right? And you the guy are at 9, right? Race to 11. But you have the break.
Right.
9 ball on an easy table. Would you rather have that? Would you rather be the guy breaking and need
Always
2
wanna be
games,
the guy.
or the guy with the game on the hill?
Oh, is the game worth the break? Is what you're asking?
In other words, like you'd rather be the guy 10-9 down with the break, or you'd rather be the guy on the hill?
I'd rather be the guy on the hill.
To always take the game, right?
Yeah, I always take the game because there's no guarantee you make anything on the break.
So what we're going to figure out here with this game is you rather be the guy with the 100-point lead, even though that's only a ball in hand run. Because look at the situation, right?
Yeah.
Like you're
Well,
at a disadvantage.
I'm just gonna win this.
Yeah, there you go. Just run out, yeah.
Because it's me and I'm
That's it,
I'm
yeah.
an aggressive player.
That's it.
I'm
So
a
this is
very
right up your
aggressive
alley,
player.
man. This is right up your alley. You're gonna know. There you go.
And a bonus.
Yeah.
Now I just have to figure out what to do here.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. And see what I mean? You're gonna come up with shots. You're gonna be forced to shoot shots that normally you wouldn't.
Is that, what happens with that?
Then your innings done. Whatever points you pocketed is, that's it. You're done. Yeah. So you would have. So that situation you would have got. What do you make? 20 points. Yeah. But now imagine you playing this over a course of a year.
Right.
4 rounds
Now
of game.
now
God.
the points are going to
You know
start
your
to.
numbers, yeah, you know your numbers, so yeah, so we'll get ready to play, now you understand.
And it will be wooden rack, not templates, or will it be templates too?
I mean, we haven't decided if we're gonna be template or wood yet. I mean, I think that kind of stuff, that part of it, in the technical part of the game, will kind of play it, as more of the pros play it, as more of us, is that one filming too?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, yeah, as more of the guys play it, we'll, everybody's gonna be like, oh,
Well,
we
because
can't use the
this rack is
template.
exactly 11 balls. You know,
Oh,
it's
look
made for
at
10
that!
and
You kidding
9.
me? Rack that with that.
Yeah.
What are we not? Put it on there. Re-rack that.
Too easy to.
Oh, to make balls? Well,
Oh,
we
yeah.
still haven't figured out how. No, it's different with that ball in the back.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a whole different
Yeah, we
ball.
can do a magic rack.
That's a great little deal there with the balls there. Yeah, I didn't even realize that thing is 11 balls. What are the odds that this version, and there was a rack made for it years ago already? You think that there's a coincidence going on here? I don't think so. I think somebody was paving the way for us with these racks.
Maybe. I mean, it just so happened. I mean, the same is true of the AccuRack too.
Oh, yeah, I never realized.
Well, actually, no. I don't think AccuRack is because AccuRack has a separate 10-ball rack.
So it's just a coincidence that
Magic rack just happens to be
yeah.
exactly.
Okay,
Well, so
this
now
is
you're
blowing my mind right now.
guaranteed to have a good rack.
Oh, you kidding me?
Except
Okay.
I did it, so you're screwed.
Oh my God. All right. Okay.
you.
So I don't know if this is going to be the best place. Normally 10 ball you want to break more towards the middle, but I'm just going to whack them from the side, make it easy on everybody. Okay, come on. Oh, okay, I made something.
You got a stripe. Is it still open now?
Yep, it's open no matter what. So now I have a chance. To get a 200 because I made a ball on the break. So
you can either shoot the solid 1
Yep.
or the strike 2 because
Yep.
the strike 1 is in.
Yep, the strike 1 fell. So the only balls that are in play because it's open is the solid 1 or the strike 2. And then we're looking at the way such an extreme cut on this ball. It'd be kind of tough to get shape. I think I got a better chance of shooting that 2 ball there. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go for that. Oh, all right. I got close to my work. Okay. All right, now I got this 3 ball, and then I gotta get on the 4 somehow, so let's see what we can do here. 3 ball in the corner, call pocket. Okay, in trouble now. So I got the 4 ball inside, and I gotta get on this 5. I don't think I got there. Oh, this is a perfect situation. I didn't stroke it, but I was trying to get there. Okay, so this is a perfect situation. I got 40 so far in the bank, and if I would have got here and make these 2, I get 200. So you see a big difference in them, but I can still make this if I put a good stroke on it, but I'm gonna try it. But this is a situation where, if I could play safe, I would play safe on it normally, but we don't have that option. So I'm gonna call it in here. Look at that.
Oh, just too good.
Look at that shot, baby.
You should be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna put myself in the Hall of Fame if I wasn't already in there. Okay, well that was an easy one. Now we're gonna make this last one.
Great.
So that's what a perfect example is. Perfect example in this game. It showed up already. I was hoping it'll show up somewhere. It makes you have to shoot really cool shots that you normally wouldn't shoot. So that's already, it just came up. I dogged it and I made a great shot. So it's gonna promote shot making, and it's gonna promote creativity, and it's gonna make it more exciting for the fans to watch. We're on to gold here, and it already showed itself. Look at that! And all you see is 200. You don't see how amazing that 200 was. Can you put a star? Can we put something right there by that?
Well, we got it on video, so you'll be able to go back and review it, and
Yes.
you'll be able to see it
there
on
we
YouTube.
Go. That's right. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Well, that's the easy part. That was an easy one.
Yeah. Now I have no pressure. Oh.
And now you can see the difference, though. You can see the difference if in that situation. Normally, I wouldn't. Obviously, it was low percentage. It wasn't real high percentage. Maybe 50-50 on making that ball. And no, go ahead. I just wanted to explain a little bit about.
Yeah, go ahead.
But the big difference of me hooking myself, like they say, I didn't get out, right? And I missed that ball. Well, it's a difference between 200 and 40. So that's a big. You're gonna see some guys are gonna have to, there's gonna be a lot of disappointments, when they miss balls, they should get out and stuff. Like I could have shot that strike 3 better and got better on the 4, and I have to go around the table for the 5. So I dogged it a little, but and I got lucky. But there's gonna be, imagine doing that and it's worth like $250,000 because you hooked
lucky.
yourself.
Yeah, it's not like you've never shot that shot before. Come on.
Not on this table.
Not on this table. That's true.
That's right. All right.
But you have to admit, my table does bank good.
It banks great. Here, I got this one if you want to use it.
Oh.
Yeah, and so.
Oh, there. Okay. I have never shot with this chalk. I have no idea what to expect.
Yeah, you get some feedback on it.
You know what? I am down 200 points. I should stick with what I know. Not the time to be experimenting. All right, here we go. Just gonna get there. Dry break.
Okay, we got our first dry break of the match. Okay,
And
so
this
you
is
have a
not
choice here.
pretty layout either.
Yeah.
So what happens if you have a dry break? Can you still take ball in hand?
Yeah, you can always
So-
take ball in hand after the break and any time after the break, but you can only get 100. If you shoot from where the ball's lay right now, because you didn't make a ball on the break, you can get 150.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's a dry break and run. But this is, ball in hand if you don't like the first shot for whatever reason, or you need to, if you needed that ball in hand.
Slow down. Some angle here. 3 in the corner.
Good shot.
And of course, my lawn guys are going to show up right now. So to be clear, no jump cues.
You can use jump cues. Yeah.
Can you use jump
Yeah,
cues?
you can use jump cues. You can, yeah. Yeah.
I gotta tell them to stop. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Well, I sure am glad I asked about jump cues. The noise from the lawn guys just absolutely drives me nuts.
Oh,
And I gotta tell them not to do my lawn today. I gotta catch them, because if they go in the backyard, she's out there. Give me a
okay,
few
go ahead.
seconds.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just cut this part. Be right back. And then I get to walk back into this. All right, so.
All right, well, you hooked yourself, but you got a chance to make a miraculous shot to get out of it.
That was not a miraculous shot.
That was a tough jump. Yeah, so that situation,
So, yeah.
he made 4 balls and missed, so he would get 40 on that one. So, mark him up, mark him up.
Man, I do not want that on video.
Hey, sometimes 40 can be the one. I can scratch in the brake or anything, you know? You don't know what can happen in the racks. We still got some ways to go here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's how do you teach somebody how to play pool and then show off a huge miscue like that?
No, that's a tough deal.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, we need one more ball, I think, somewhere.
What annoys me is that was actually, I'm gonna play the excuse card here. That was the blower outside that caused that.
That's right.
That's why I overhit that 4. But anyhow, I
All right,
overhit the 4,
all right.
I gotta live with it.
All right, rack 2 coming up for me.
Hold on.
Current score is 200 to 40.
That was an incomplete
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Let me stick this in front of the camera so we get a good
Score after one
score
rack.
after one rack.
Nice.
And I may just put that in.
Oh, here we come. What I called it, scratching a brake. I said it, didn't I? Oh.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
That may be worse than a scratch on the brake, because now it's going to force the ball in hand.
No, but the scratching a brake, you can only get 60.
Oh,
max.
that's right, that's
I can
right.
get 100 if I run out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I like that.
So what y'all didn't see is before this, we had a warm-up rack and I ran the rack.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we gotta let them know. Mess around. All right, so I gotta take ball in hand because I didn't have a shot, obviously, and I have a choice, stripes or solids, and I like the way the solids lay better.
And I am very sorry for the blower sounds in the background of this video. There's nothing I can do. It's just my neighborhood.
So I got 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is a tricky shot. What did I just do here? I don't know what I did. I might have to go off the 4 ball, spin around. I did a little spinner.
What a shot. Got
That
it
was a
perfect,
good shot.
too. Got it perfect.
But that was 100. All I could do, the brake didn't do anything good, so I was stuck on 100. So
And now he's going to be right outside the window. Are you kidding me?
we got the blowers blowing.
All right.
As you can see, it's not real easy to get 200 every time or 150. So, you know, and even that situation with the ball in hand, I had to make a good shot. So that's a little.
Well, that gives me an opportunity to come back.
Yeah. So now if he catches a 200 here, now it'll be 240 to 300. It's a big difference. So you can see where you can make some You know, and if I scratched there, it could have been 60.
I'm still ticked off at myself for that jump shot.
Oh. Well, that's
Jump cues encourage you to take those shots. I just, you know, I would never even think about jumping that normally. And just because jump cue's available, it kind of makes you want to take that shot.
Yeah, and well, it's going to make guys get really.
I'm missing one. Oh, I got it. Okay, so let's point this so all the balls are pointed at the corners. Cute. All right, here we go. Let's stick with that break. That seemed to work okay. We did it. Get in three, get in three.
Oh, almost. Almost.
Oh my
Okay, so
gosh.
he does dry break here, and the black ball is blocking the side pocket. So again, he really doesn't have a choice here. He has to.
I'm just gonna jump it. Make that one down here. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, if there was a, oh, the one ball goes. The one ball
Does
goes
it go?
inside. Yeah. Oh, you got a
Ooh,
shot.
that's
I mean,
tight.
it's a trick. And this is the situation. Do you want to shoot that? You know, or do you want to, take the stripes, take the easier,
Well, I'm way behind at the moment, so
Yeah.
I think I have to.
There you go. Well, there you go. There you have it, folks. There you have it.
Get in there.
Tough shot. Tough
I'm playing
situation.
safety.
No safeties here. Okay.
This game may never make it on YouTube.
All right.
Made a good shot on the one, but
Great
then
shot on the one, yeah.
half a pocket in the side.
Yeah, but it's your first time playing, so it's not like you're gonna light it up your first time playing a game you're not comfortable with anyway.
Yeah, I should have taken the dry break or taken the ball in hand.
And that's when you're gonna, after you play it more, you're gonna know, hey, this is the time, to take what it gives you, Yeah. So choosing when to take that ball in hand or not is a big one too.
Yeah, I should have taken the ball in hand there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think so. That would have been
I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but
oh, there's another dry one. Yeah, so the situation here, I'm really not liking it. Not liking it now. I can't shoot the 9, I can't shoot the stripe, I can't shoot the solid, so again, this is the ball in hand situation. I'm gonna take solids only because I like the way the layout is better, a little better. Oh, maybe I hit it too hard. Oh, what is that shot there? Oh no!
do I have a chance?
Yeah, I hooked myself. Now I gotta masse a little. Oh no! Ah.
Woo! I got a chance. Not to cheer about somebody else's misfortune, but
Yeah, so you're gonna learn in this game, you're not gonna cheer when somebody messes up. It's like golf because it had nothing to do with you. It's just it's your score, right? Over five racks or 10 racks or whatever. So you're gonna be worrying about just how you score. But this situation we're playing against each other. But normally you're gonna play in a whole tournament. You're going to be just shooting your score 4 rounds or 2 rounds or whatever, and then you're not going to know. Somebody else could be in the pool room on the other side if you play like in a pool room environment, and they could be shooting way worse or just as good as you, and you guys are both tied for first, but you won't even know it because you're just shooting your round at that time. And it's cool when afterwards, when everybody sees their scores, right? You go back and you look, oh, you shot this, you shot that, you know? So it's really neat.
So in that case, you took ball in hand, you made one ball. And
I got
then
10
you missed,
points.
So you get 10 points.
That's it, yeah, 10 points, so. Now the score is what?
310 to 50.
310 to 50,
You're,
see that?
you're one, it's the bottom of the third.
Oh, yeah, it's, the third inning stretch, second inning stretch, or whatever, no, third inning stretch.
So I really need to like, actually.
You need a
look like
couple
I know-
200s.
I need to look like I know what I'm doing here.
Couple 200s, you get it.
So that break didn't work hasn't worked very well. I'm gonna move
200s is, yeah, so, yeah, that's what I mean, even with the magic racket, it's not a guarantee of big balls here. See? Those balls aren't finding the holes, so.
Four ball. Where you
You
at?
know. So now this is another one. You know, are you gonna take the far shot, or are you gonna, you know, we got a lot of choices here.
Well, so I have 3 innings, which is 600 total potential points. You have potential 710.
But the so the situation would be for the cool part about this game is you're gonna be able to choose what you do based on what you feel like you can do. In other words, don't worry about what I'm doing, right? Just always, you know, because you know a lot of times you're not gonna know what my score is. So you're just gonna look at okay, what is my percentage on getting out? You know, and if it's with the ball in hand is way better, then that's what you do.
I think I've got a good ball in hand
So this perfect situation here.
here. I gotta take ball in hand here.
Yeah,
Because
you have to.
I can't get on the 2.
Yeah, yeah.
I can roll forward, but I'm gonna roll off the 10. The
Yeah.
best I can get is to get down by the rail, and then I've got
Off the
nothing.
stripe too. Yep. But
And then I've got no way to get to the 3.
yeah. So
So
this
I've got
this one here, stripes would be a good one to take.
You know, I think I'm gonna
With-
shoot from here though.
Okay. Yeah. If you feel like your confidence is there, then yeah.
Well, because the 2 is sitting right here by the side pocket,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
natural route from the 1
It
comes
goes
this way
that
and goes
way.
in.
There you go. There you go.
And if I miss it, I end up on this side.
Yeah.
Where I've got a shot anyhow. So I think this is the shot.
Yeah. Well, you
take,
can't. Yeah. Yeah.
But I can't miss it. I can't afford to
Yeah.
miss
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. You gotta make it. Not bad. Not bad.
Not what I expected that to do though.
Hey, this is another tricky situation here. Gotta come up with something amazing.
How do I get on the 3? Do it that way. I overcut it. Cut it on the pro side,
Yeah, that was
which
tough.
doesn't matter.
Tough. So that situation here, set up that stripe again.
I
That one
thought
there.
about the bank.
Yeah, but you also had this look. You also had you also had
Oh,
the
yeah,
ball in
I'll-
hand with this, and then you're on the stripe.
No, the one, oh yeah.
Yeah, you could have done that on the first shot, but you didn't. You wanted to go for the 200 or the 150. You know, that was the whole key right there. You were going for the win. You know, you were going for the big number. So he's had a couple really tough outs here. He's had. So it's not guaranteed gonna give you
This is
all the
embarrassing.
gravy.
Can we start over? Can I take them all?
Yeah, we can. Dude, this game is tough. It's a very, very tough game. It's not easy at all.
Yeah, I didn't have those finer strategy points down in this.
Most of the time, you're gonna take ball in hand unless you got the nuts. Just to let you know. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Most of the time, you're gonna take ball in hand. Okay.
What that was.
All right.
I heard my phone ding, but I don't see my phone. There it is.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You can break from anywhere. So I'm just gonna break from the side row here.
I don't know who that is. Or do I?
All right. Okay, in this situation here, I made a ball on the break, so I'm able to get 200 points, and the balls that are in play are the lowest stripe and the lowest solid. So the stripe looked really tough. and the solids, you know, it's right there, so I can make it. So what I'm gonna do is shoot solids on this one.
Do you want some tea?
Yes, please.
Excuse me.
Two in the corner, and it's just call pocket, so if it's straight in or you don't have to do nothing, it's obvious, and you don't have to call it. So I got the 3 over there, play position for the 4 here. Ooh, 4, play position for the 5 on the side. Uh-oh, troubles. Oh, I got a little trouble there. Oh, table's fast down that way, huh? Okay. Oh, well, I could try to jump it. So I got hooked over here, so I got 40. If I ran out, I'd get 200, but if I don't get here and make this ball, then I could end up with only 40. So, see the big difference on running out or not running out? Could use a jump cue here, but
You can borrow mine if you want. It's over there on the rack behind you.
now. Try the side. Ah. So that situation, I got 40. If I didn't get hooked over there and I run out, I get 200. So you can see how big the swing can be on these racks. It's huge. So after rack 1, so the most I can get is 200, and then I only got 40. So take off 160 out of that. So now the most I can get is even with the perfect racks 4 in a row, I can get only 840. So you can see where it can get pretty. You can dig yourself in a hole pretty quick.
All right. So if you want to show the amateur version also, why don't we just make this 3 racks?
Okay, perfect, yeah.
And then, because I don't want us to run out of time. When we
Yeah.
do the presentations.
Perfect. I got it.
Try my 9-ball break, see how that works. Not very well when you miss the 1 ball.
Ooh.
This is gonna suck.
Oh, not bad. The balls go.
I mean,
Yeah, they're always pretty good,
actually,
Yeah.
I have kind of a straight pulley kind of shot off the 2 to break out the 5.
Definitely. With
On the
one
way
hand,
to
you can get there.
I can get there without the ball. Okay. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. No, I'm saying the solids are like perfect if you took ball in hand, but
Oh, well, if I take ball and if I just shoot solids, I shoot the one in the side and come straight down and run into it.
yeah, but you don't have to run into them if you had ball in hand.
Oh, I see what you're
See
saying.
it? The 2s, you stop Q on the 2 and then
Yeah,
go to the 3,
stop,
you know what I mean?
and then 3 goes there,
Everything
come
goes,
down
yeah.
4,
So,
and then come
and that's
this
where
way for the 5.
and this is where the decision is gonna come. Do you wanna take that chance and go into the balls? Do you wanna, so you're gonna be able to determine your experience in every rack. Nothing to do with me.
See, I was kind of looking at the 1, the strike 1, to come up on the 10 and just run into and bump the 5 so it comes over here. And have the 1, or have the Q drift down that way off the 5-3. But I think that's probably too complicated, try and make too much happen in one shot.
If it works, you do it.
So I think I'm just gonna re-break. Now I just have to figure out the 2. Which just got 5,000 times harder. Actually did it? Right there. We'll play the 2 in the side. That's just ugly. That is just ugly. I'm gonna be right there next to you. Point wise.
Well, I've gotten many zeros in this game.
I am going to call the 2. It's there, which is, I'm gonna call the 2 in this side.
Try.
There was nothing there. I mean,
Nothing.
it was invented at that point.
That was big trouble that rack after that.
Yeah.
Now, see the difference? He could have took ball in hand, and he would have had a really good chance at 100, and then he ended up getting 10 because he went for some, tried to get the whole 200. So it's different, strategy is different, choices you can make. So it's going to show up, and after you play the game, you'll start figuring out when to take ball in hand and when not to. But and the score of the rack, we're only going to play 3 racks here each and just see. But you can play this game and you start getting an average, and then you're going to notice you play another round, another 10 racks maybe, and you see your average then. And then after you learn a little bit more of the strategy, you play another 10 racks and see if you learn something, right? And we'll go over after this the amateur version, which is a little easier. It's still hard, but it's a little easier version. And then there's a beginner version, like a lower amateur version.
I think that's the version I need.
It's a tough game, and that's why we're. So you notice one thing you're always going to notice as well is whenever you're running out the suit, unlike 9-ball and 10-ball and those games where you're running out. And every time you make the 1, there's less balls on the table. You make the 2, 3, 4. By the time you get to the last 3 balls on the tables, that's all there is. Well, in this game, you're always going to have that opposite suit of balls that's there that you got to navigate around. Always, it's never going to clear paths for you. So in that regard, it's tougher than 9-ball and 10-ball because you have those other balls blocking you the whole time. So it's not a gimme on getting shape. Okay. Oh, that was going. I had a chance. That 9 was going, or that strike 1 was going. But so I got a dry break, so most I can get is 150 here. Because I didn't make a ball on the break. Try for the stripeds. Or I could go for the solids. No, that's tougher. Stripes are better. Didn't do anything.
50-yard line, huh?
Chance. So that was pretty good out there. 150 for me. That was a dry break and run, it's called. So that was a good one.
But I don't think we mentioned that it's call every shot. We're just because they're obvious shots, we're not calling.
Yeah, it's always a call pocket if it's obvious, unless it's if it's obvious, right? It's just straight in. So if it's not obvious, and then there's gonna be situations where it's called pocket, but there's gonna be situations where you might want to play it off of a ball in another pocket. Then you just make sure you call it right. But if it's straight in, it's easy.
Very So you got 150 that back?
Yeah, that's a 150. That's a dry break and run.
So you are on 190, and I have 10.
Yeah,
but
see?
I'm shooting. 10
Yeah.
for shooting.
So this situation, after 2 racks, I got 190. He's got 10, but I have 2 racks in. He has 1, so he can make the 200 here, and then he can pass me by 20. So you still have a chance to come back a lot.
Something go in.
Somebody somewhere.
It's tough.
Okay, so now we only got a
I mean,
chance
I
for
can,
150.
I can make either ball, but 2 is hidden behind strike 3, and
Yeah.
the strike 3 is hidden by the 2.
Yeah.
So I kind of got to take the solids here.
Yeah, and then you can get on this, just past the side here, you can shoot it. You get right in that space there where your cue is now.
Yep.
Just like
Come
that.
on,
Nice
come
shot.
on. Now I have to escape this to get on the 3. I gotta make the shot. Leave doesn't matter if you can't make the shot.
Yeah, that was a tough,
That's another 10.
that was a tough out there from. Even if you had ball in hand, you were a tough out in that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing better ball in hand. So, I mean, that
See how
wasn't-
this? Yeah, so you can get layouts where it's almost impossible to do anything. So
So it is, after 2 innings, it is 190 to 20. Oh, I'm getting killed by...
bad racks. I would move where you're breaking. That's all.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I've broken from 2 different places.
Yeah. Find out where that.
Yeah,
Find out where the balls are falling. You know. But the good thing is you get to practice now. Now you got a new game to practice and master.
So I wonder what a good goal would be for this game for like 10 racks. I mean, obviously 2,000 would be great.
That's what we're gonna figure out. We haven't figured out what par is yet.
Yeah,
what you're
that's
talking
what I'm talking about.
Yep, we haven't figured out what par is yet, and that's what comes with more play. Get in there. Oh,
Well,
situation.
it went in, but you really didn't get any justice
No, I
out of
didn't
that.
get a good shot. But so in this particular situation, I might shoot this bank shot because I'll be on the 2 ball here. So
Right.
I got a chance to get a 200, and this is where the shot makers, the great shot makers, are going to come in. And guys that can shoot this bank and like nothing, they're going to have a big advantage over guys like me that can't bank. So,
Okay.
but I'm going to go for it
Didn't you win
because
Derby Banks once?
no,
No.
I played in it, never won nothing. Oh, I suck. Yeah, I'm terrible at banks. So
Oh, so that's a goose egg, isn't it?
no, I made 10 points. I made 12 in the break.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
yeah. But yeah. No, see, I'm no good at banks. But if it was straight in, I probably would have made it, but yeah. So in that situation, I got a 10. So, you know, I
You're-
could have took
you're
ball in
sitting on
hand, I got
200.
100. So you see the difference, right? I could have just
Well,
took the
so-
guarantee. So now if I'm, let's say in that situation, right, we had 3 racks left, right? And I'm playing over a 10 rack, match. Let's say I had 3 racks left and I had a 200-point lead. I'm not going to take a chance of getting a 10. I'm going to take ball in hand and get that 100 and make them have to catch up, right? Instead of giving away 90 on that one shot.
And so he's seen me shoot and saw this, but I could break and run and actually win the set.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So break and run. Yeah, so now look, see, I got a 10 there and a 40 and a 150. So 190, I got 200. Yeah, so I got 200 total out of 3 racks and he's got 20. So if he breaks and runs here, he can pass me on that to 200. So I could have boxed him out if I took ball in hand and went for the 100. But, we're just, showing the game, right? Showcasing.
It's nice for me to dream.
You can do it. You can do it. First
I did.
thing you have to do is make a ball in a break.
Yeah, I did it.
Because otherwise you can only get to 170.
The very first rack when I tried the game out, I played 2 racks before we started recording. In the very first one, I broke and ran.
Yeah.
So it's not impossible that I could do it, but I will tell you, it's not going to happen if I don't make a ball on the break.
Or get a decent shot too, right?
Yeah, I haven't exactly had the best shots after the break
Yeah.
either. But
Yeah, and
those are
keep
excuses, and some people are going to have good weeks and bad weeks.
Keep in mind, this 11 ball version is the toughest of the toughest. So you're not gonna, there's no 13 ball version of this because it's impossible. But this 11 ball version right here, this Pro 11 is monstrous. Monstrous.
Try this break.
Yeah. Come on here, 10, 2, 10. There we go. Oh, I need to get a shot though. Well, you have a shot, but it's a
I have a
bank
shot on the 1, it's a bank
Okay.
all the way up, but man. Now
That rack didn't move at all, like it was a bad rack for some reason. It just, all those balls stuck together the whole time.
yeah, I don't know what happened with
That's
that.
weird.
Maybe I had a gap in it, I thought it was frozen.
That's what it felt like. Yeah, so this situation, you got a couple banks, you can, straight back there.
Yeah,
And then
straight back here or straight back there.
I like going back there, that just
I
don't hit
like
it super
this-
hard. Because you
well-
have this whole side of the table to play position.
Well,
Two.
but if I shoot here, I go natural position behind the 2 and out.
Okay.
As long as I don't end up behind the 3.
Whichever one you're gonna make that bank, that's the one you shoot. You already seen how I bank.
I think I'm gonna go up here. I'm gonna go for the left corner. I see the outcomes being better that way. And I don't have a choice of,
Yeah.
well, I mean, so if I was playing in an event though,
Yeah, right
it
now.
might be better just to take the ball in hand and run out the easy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
Yeah. Normally
Because
you would be,
you don't know what the
especially
other
if you're
person's
playing a
gonna
couple
have.
rounds, yeah, you don't know what's, in this situation, you gotta go for it, right? But that's what this game allows for, decisions. You hit it great. There you go.
Jake and bank. But he's too short.
There we go. We got action now.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to bank the 5. If I don't land right here, I have to bank the 5. What about following it in? If I got straight on the 5 fork,
Yeah, of course.
on the 5 stripe, I can
Just
follow
gotta
it
call
in,
pocket, yeah. No matter how you make it.
or carry it off the 4 down here. Which actually isn't a bad shot right there.
There'll be shots that come up like that, trust me. There's gonna be times when you have to shoot crazy stuff.
Actually, I think I can get on this as long as I don't hit the 4 and land in the side. I think I can win this if I don't hit the 4 and land in the side. So let's give it a try. See what we can do here. Oh, you gotta make the shot.
Oh, you got too tricky. So in that situation, probably just roll the 4 and take your chances on banking the 5 here. Because you banked good already. Just get up there and bank it. At least you got a chance to win.
So here's what I was thinking.
Yeah, what were you?
So
I don't know where it was.
I was here, the 5 was about where it is now, the 3 was up here, the 8 was in the center still.
Okay.
Yeah,
you were up a little
I
bit.
was-
Yeah,
I was-
yeah. Where were you
that
going?
was a little closer. Because what I was gonna do is I was gonna go 3 rails to here,
Oh, back that way?
this way.
Oh, forward.
So that was the shot I was trying right there, and that's why I said, as long as I don't hit the 4
I was
and land
wondering
in the
where
side.
you were ended up. Oh, okay, I didn't see that.
See,
Nice.
I mean, I thought that was,
Oh, that's a shot I didn't see. Yeah. Nice. Oh,
We ended up there, and then we
Wow,
shoot the 8 in.
shoot. And there you go. So that part is, you're gonna see, and that's a perfect example with this game. I did not see that shot that he was gonna shoot, going around and going there. So you're gonna come up with so much creative ways to run out and play, different caroms, banks, combinations, whatever. But he almost made an unbelievable out right there to win it. So that's the Pro 11 version, and we're gonna play the 9-ball version of it, which is one level, down. Well, it's basically taking out the 5s, and then you have 9 balls, so you have less balls to run, and then you'll see that. One other version to play in that 11-ball version is if you can also play that version where you have 1 miss, and then you have ball in hand again, and then you have to run out the opposite suit. So that's another way to play where you can still score.
You get like
you can,
50 points for that or something like that?
Well, you do, in that situation, you would go 200 for a break and run, 180 for a dry break and run, 150 for a ball in hand run, 100 for a salvage. And the salvage would be if you miss during any of those first 3 tries, those first 3 runs, the first try. If you miss and you take ball in hand again and you go for the opposite suit, and then if you run it out, then you get 100. So basically you get 2 shots at running out 1 suit, or the opposite suit if you miss. So, and then you would have incomplete from there. So basically you would get 2 misses. This version that we're playing now with only 1 miss is very, very, very difficult, because it puts a lot of pressure, and that's why this is only for the professionals, right? It's going to be, that version for the really good guys, right? Because those guys never miss until they start playing my game. You're going to see a lot of doggeries going on.
Rodney.
Okay, so this is the 9-ball version.
Did I rack that right? 8-ball or the black ball in the center?
Perfect rack, yep. So you're going to see that the balls go in a little easier, and then there's less balls to navigate around. So we'll play three rack race to 3 here. Well, maybe not so easy. They won't go in so easy, maybe.
Break my microphone with those breaks.
Yeah. Okay, so this situation here is really tough. So I'm probably going to take the solids because I don't like the way the getting over to that 1 to here is. So I'm going to go here, shoot the 4 combo. I don't even like that either. Look at this. Oh, that's just not concentrating. That's all. Okay, I'll try it here. Side.
It's tough to do it when you're talking.
Ooh, almost. Yeah. So I would get 10 points there. So I'm gonna give Jay a big head start now.
I don't know. Last
comeback.
I was getting 10s, so.
Okay, so.
All right, where did the pen?
So that one here, I had a first shot. I had a blunder. So
Marker go.
they call that a blunder cats. Yeah, and this version here, the 9-ball version, is you can also play it, this way with the scoring, or you can play it the other way where you have an extra ball in hand and go for the opposite suit, same way. So there's a pro version of it, and then there's a lower version of it. And then the real beginner version of this game would be you can play where you don't have to shoot them in order at all. So you just shoot the solids or stripes in any order.
Oh, come on.
We got our first scratch, ladies and gentlemen. And
a
a mess, a monster mess.
Oh, what to do?
Okay, so now we know he can only get 60 max because he has to take ball in hand. So he has to go for ball in hand, and he has to go for whatever he has. It's open, but he has to try to just run out. But he's only going to be able to get 10 points per ball.
Gotta do something about that right now. Let's go that way. It's too much. Well, I got that out. pull a miracle out. Sorry. Nope.
All right, we're lighting it up. We got 10 points each.
Oh man. Well, I got the breakout. I expected to hit the side of it and try to come back around that way. I mean, I could take the 1-2, but that 10-point advantage isn't enough to make it worth sacrificing that 3.
Yeah, you could have got a big advantage there. I mean, big.
Yeah, if I break that out and land on the 2,
Yeah,
then I get a huge advantage.
Yeah, that was a good time to go for that, actually. You know, that was a good time to go for something.
Yeah, well, and I'm automatically.
Because it's not punishing
I'm
you.
going to tie you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
not gonna. Yep.
It's a given that I tie you. So.
That was a good strategy there.
I could be in trouble here.
Well, you could be. I could get a couple points here. It looks like. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Did I mess it up? Oh gosh, I messed it up again. All right, let me see. Let me borrow a jump cue. Maybe I can try a jump cue. Is this your jump cue here?
Yep.
All right. Does it jump real easy?
Yeah, it's actually pretty solid to jump with. You don't have to hit it as hard as you do with Target 5.
All right.
And a
Well,
little softer.
I'm gonna do what they call a jump bank. I'm gonna try here. Ooh, I banked the 1. Nice.
It does jump good though.
Yeah, it does.
I like wood for jumping.
So, and see how these balls lay here? If you're playing the, you want to do the little lower version, I can take ball in hand and then I go for solids and try to run the solids out for a salvage. But this one here, I just get 30 points because I came up dry again. So.
I'll tell you, the brakes are killing me.
Tough game, huh?
Brakes are killing me. I don't think I made a ball on the brake in the other version at all.
Well, and that's the thing, right? When the break's not a given, the game gets tough, right? It's not just making a ball, corner ball, and straight in shot and running out every time. You got decisions to make with this game. So. So let me know what you guys think of this game, and if you guys can follow along, that'd be, let us know if you have any questions or anything. Maybe drop some message in the videos or whatever. But yeah, this is the 9-ball version of it, but the Pro 11 version of it with the Masters Cup that's what we're going to launch it next year. Sorry.
Next week,
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Depends on if you post date this.
So this is a 9-ball rack, so I should be able to use my 9-ball brake here.
There you go. There we talk. Now we're talking.
So I made one of each set. I only get credit for the one of my own set, though, right?
Well, you don't get nothing credit yet until you miss. So the match is over. So, but yeah, at the end of the thing, you're gonna. Yeah, you can only get credit for this one suit, not both.
Like that at all. Make one side. Less than half pocket. Well, I haven't been doing real well with that stuff, so I think I'm going to take the ball in hand and guarantee myself some points here.
There you go. Smart.
I almost missed that. That ball in hand stuff is sure overrated, isn't it? Right there. God, that's close. That way. Bounce off it, do something. Don't stick me behind it.
Well, this is where the creativity gonna come in.
Yeah, you wanna
Make
watch,
something out of nothing.
you wanna watch us hit them by an 8 here.
I don't. I call it good. I call it good, whatever you do.
I'm gonna be coming between that 2 and that 8, pretty tight. Nope. Got too deep. So I got 50, right?
That
40,
is
40,
a
40.
40.
40, because there's only.
That is a 40, and I think that brought you into the lead. Vaults
Nope.
into first place.
Ties us up.
Oh, that ties us up? Okay.
Oh, no, wait, maybe it does. 'Cause you got 40, that gives me 50.
There you go. So now you're
Yeah. Woohoo, I'm in the lead.
you vaulted into first place with that. And this is the last rack we're
I think
playing.
they just called time on the match.
They call it. Oh, nice. You got me.
I'm
Oh,
kidding.
Almost.
There you go.
Yeah. So we're gonna play one more rack, and then. But normally you play at least 10 racks for a match, unless you got a big group of guys. Then you can play 5 racks, or according. So the cool part is when you guys do, if you guys out there that do weekly tournaments or stuff, and you guys always having issues with 2 a.m., 4 a.m. finishes, or just let's just us last 4 guys just chop it up so we can get some sleep and make it to work tomorrow. So if you're in those situations where most people are, where losers bracket are holding up the whole game, well, something like this where it's just all offense and nobody's holding up nothing. It's a great. It's really a big positive for tournament directors and for venues. So people not, especially the employees, have to stay there and wait for you guys to finish the last 3 guys. So this helps a lot for time frame. Okay, one more rack. This is it. I need a 200, otherwise I'll never be allowed back here again.
Those are loose on the bottom.
That's fine. It's all right.
They might go in that way.
Oh. Oh no, where are you
They
going?
did go in that way.
Oh,
Like all of them went in that way. You got 2 shots to 200.
well, I got
What a break.
Whoa, I got a shot on the 3 ball here.
Yeah.
Well, that is what they call, that was almost like a golden break there. So that's how we want to get up 300. So now you know why we played the 11 ball version as because the break could make the whole game, whereas the 11 ball version is very tough. You just add 2 more balls. It's very, very difficult. So that's why we experimented with this for 3 years now. So the 9 ball version is a lot easier to play, but and I recommend learning the game with the 9 balls, and then later on graduate to the 11 balls. But so I put the heat on him. He needs a 200, a break and run to beat me. Anything less?
Yeah, there is no tie here because the next lowest thing is 150, which would give me 200 a year.
Exactly. So
I
in
have
this
to break and
situation,
run.
he has to break and run to win, and everybody knows it. The whole crowd, everybody in the arena. This is for the World Championships.
Out there,
Now, can you imagine when you're doing this for $1 million? Woo!
I wish I was doing this for $1 million. I'd be happy to take second.
One day, that's my goal. Give that first $1 million check to the first person. Can't wait. Excited. Hey,
Don't scratch, don't scratch.
do it now. And that was oh my goodness, you would have had look at that. You would have had another, So this situation, you still gotta shoot,
still gotta shoot.
do your deal, but you'll get, just run those 2 balls and then you'll get 60. on that. But yeah, that's hard luck, Chuck, they call him. That was a great. We figured out the break though. We figured out the break. That's for sure.
That was 4 balls on the break. You had 4 on the break.
Yeah.
You had three or 4. I think you had 4. Because you had
I had a strike.
you had 1 solid on the table.
Yeah, and then
3 stripes.
Yeah.
Which is. Why am I getting ready to shoot that up the table like that? I think I would rather float up the table than follow that up the table.
Yeah.
Well, with the way these play,
Oh, okay.
you know, I
Yeah,
don't.
if you're worried about making the pocket, then you change it differently. Yeah.
So this way I float up without scratching. Quarter pocket.
Good shot. Thank you for the game.
Thank you.
Thank you for the hospitality. Yeah, that was really good. That was fun. So if you, I hope you guys can kind of get the gist of the game and see if you guys want to try it out and let me know how you enjoy. Let Jay know how you enjoying it. I'll also have him drop a link for the if anybody wants to purchase a set of the balls, Rocket balls. I think they're like $180. They're not real expensive this go around. We're going to get the super high end balls later, but we're doing that more for the initial investors that are putting up the big money for us. By the way, we also have if you guys like it, I'm going to have Jay put a link in there for we opened up some equity shares, and so we have some small equity positions available if anybody wants to get involved. As you can see, that with the statistics and they're able to keep accurate, numbers, we've got a lot. We've got some partners. We got TV. We got a bunch of stuff already, contracts with a lot of people. But one of the things that we're excited about is generating the revenue, because that's what we have to do to sustain, and grow and pay the players. Right? Everybody's going to get paid very well, and so we partnered with some of the best in the gaming world, right, for sports betting and fantasy. So we have a lot of revenue streams that are coming up, and so if anybody, even as small as 10,000, you can get in and with us and be part of the ushering in the new not era but renaissance that we're creating. So yeah, we're looking forward to doing it, and next year probably around March is when we're probably gonna. We haven't locked down the dates yet. I got to go to Vegas, November 9th. But we're talking to couple guys, and we're in serious talks with some big casinos right now, and a lot of that is under wraps. But wish us luck, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you, Rodney, for being here, for giving us some insight into what's coming up. I will certainly pass along any comments. So if you have comments, if you have questions, if you want something to be passed along to Rodney, just put them in the comments below. He'll be watching the video for comments, and I'll be letting him know when there are comments there. If I'll put links below definitely for the balls.
Yeah.
For the equity shares.
Yeah, investment opportunity in there. So there'll be a link there that'll direct you to schedule an appointment, and then we'll have our CEO and Tanya schedule that, and she'll let us know when we have calls. So we got calls coming in all the time, for people buying little pieces here and there, and it's just a chance for people to get involved that love pool that doesn't necessarily have millions of dollars to put in. So guys come in at 10,000, guys come in at 200,000. It just depends on what people can afford that they get in on, and the upside is unbelievable because we're generating our money from online betting, sports betting. So you can imagine what the multiplier on your money is.